Alrighty, I believe we are good to go, guys. I will let a few people join before we get started. And here we go, guys. What is up, everybody? It is Monday evening. Your favorite show, Micro Mondays, guys. What is good? Your place to be for the Micro RC headquarters of the latest products, news, topics, and more that you probably missed over the past week. And what is good, guys? Appreciate everybody joining. It's RC Steve 710. Happy 710 for those of you guys who are celebrating today. Shout it out in the comments below. Hope you guys had a great weekend too. Let me know what you guys did over the weekend. I'll start by going what I did over the weekend. I got a tiny little bit of crawling in, and a lot of it was just hanging out with the fam. That's always a great time. But I was able to get a few hours of crawling in. Yo, JKEC, Wicked Crawlers, Lacosa, Rytech, JZX Driver, Mini 4x4 RC, Corey, Tiny Trucks, VTEC, yo, Gardner, Stink, it's good, Dollar Crawler, G Green, Ka Harrison, what is good, my brothers? It is almost time to celebrate. That is right. If you guys are on the Pacific time, go on and enjoy what you gotta do. Dollar Crawler just got his seeder in. Bro, please give us the update and let us know. Tag us in videos if you're gonna post them. I think everybody's kind of curious how the seeder wants to perform. And, you know, that's gonna be a good topic for later tonight. We got a special guest you guys do not want to miss out. We have our guy VTEC in the house later on. So stay tuned for that. If you guys want some insane control for your 24s and shoot, even bigger, all the way up to the 10 scales. And, you know, the UTB 18's been getting super popular lately, guys. And VTEC has exactly what we need. But, oh, Dollar Crawler is installing it. CDRC is back in SoCal. Oh, this weekend at Columbia? There you guys go. There's the early invite. If you're at Columbia this weekend, shoot through and meet up with CDRC. That being said, let me... Gert. Cannot forget our homie. Usually give him a couple minutes extra in case he's... doing something last minute, but there he is, guys. What is up?
Yo.
What is up, brother? Chilling, big chilling in the shop.
Oh yeah.
Hope you had a great weekend, my friend. Looks like you are just crushing it with details. Looks like it was a detail weekend.
Time of year, man.
Damn.
Way too hot. Now the humidity's creeped in. It's like 110 today. Probably 65, 70% humidity. It's fucking nasty.
Damn. Definitely would want to stay inside if I was you too.
Yeah.
Well, what did you get done over the weekend?
Started on some those dirty custom paint jobs.
Oh yeah.
Detail on that thing. Excuse me. And then took this all apart, hit it with another round of paint, and then put all the details back on. So, pretty much done. So, all the lighting, the carbon hood, the mirrors, rear lights, more decals, stickers, flaps, whatever the fuck you call them.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That is amazing, bro. I love that FJ. You don't see the FJ out there at all.
Yeah. It's big, but it works, man. That's
Dude.
going to be fun to take out on the rocks and drive with the 18 scale guys. Once it
Dude,
cools down
definitely.
again.
Send it over here. We'll get some videos.
Oh, shit. I'm not scared. I'll send it to you.
Oh, shit. Well, we'll talk about that later. But,
That
you know,
has
it's really hot where
speaking of
Mark's at,
VTEC,
guys.
that has the VTEC in it.
Oh, we do got a couple VTEC rigs here. Well, stay tuned, guys. If you guys don't know who VTEC is, now's your chance. Give them a follow. VTEC _ ESC. Sorry, right? Did I say that right? ESC? Yeah. 710, guys. It's about time. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into our topics of today. We got a lot of micro news, guys, and last minute, at least for adding on the list, but never ever forgotten, is we have Killr Chassis, guys. Killr Chassis has the new lineup or the collection now for the Pro series on the Spectr chassis. So now we have the Killr Chassis Spectr Pro XS and the Spectr Pro XL to add along with the original Spectr Pro right here. So if you guys have not tried the Spectr Pro or have seen it, here it is again, guys. Some wicked features, and what can I say? Starting off by saying a Delrin skid, guys. You get that Delrin skid, you are getting
That's my next build.
Huh?
That chassis, that's my next build. I have parts and stuff and the chassis and all that stuff ready for it.
Dude, I'm actually just gonna dial this in because I finished dialing in the EXO K2, so now I'm gonna focus on fine-tuning this. And man, this one it's nice, Mark. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I feel good about trying to finish builds instead of trying to build too many and never finish.
Same here. I think we're all doing that, slowing down a little bit. But
it's like I'm slowing down, but I'm in more focus because I'm actually getting shit done the way I want it done. Like this thing.
Right.
This might be my showpiece truck for, dirt customs. I don't know. I might do like some graffiti on the doors or something for this one. Started doing the windows too, so you asked me about what I was doing this weekend.
Yeah. Well, check this out, guys. So all those features in the Spectr Pro that you see here, we actually got something right here in person, so we could check it out. This one, guys, is the Spectr Pro XL, and the nice silver carbon fiber as well. So
that looks
super
good.
nice.
I like that.
Yeah, and
I'm down for another XL too.
Check
it
out.
The XS, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that what he's calling it?
Yeah, dude. The XS, guys, is really, really insane. But let's just take a quick look at the XL, and then we'll take a look at, not take a look, but we'll talk about the XS. Mark, look at how angled that skid is. You still get the 11-degree skid, and you're going to get upper link adjustments as well. So it's going to be very aggressive with the clearance, especially with the extra long wheelbase. Definitely. I don't know.
Curious. The OG one is like one of my favorite performing rigs I have.
Right.
And that's like, I always bring this one out, but for anybody who hasn't been paying attention though, so original Killr XL, Flub RC, extra cab Toyota. Full interior.
Yeah.
This thing has some weight, but man, this chassis performs. Now, does that one come with Delrin too, Steve?
This one definitely does. That comes with the Rin skid right here, and then you get the mag mount for the front.
Legit.
And then you also get the nice sliders, the electronic trays, a nice hefty amount of the chassis braces, and some nut hardware for your shocks and upper links. So super cool, guys. Just definitely, grab a screw kit. They are worth the investment. So that way, in case you don't have a certain size screw that you need, you'll definitely be covered. I think you just need a couple 12s and some 10s. But the XS, guys, is super cool. I don't know if you've seen the pictures yet, but XS is going to have a similar style to the front end. So instead of having all this chassis rail right here, it's going to be chopped off right there. That, guys, is going to give you a perfect clearance for the four-wheel steer setup. Now, the XS is going to be offered in 2 variants, Mark. And I'm wondering which one would you go for? You got the 4-wheel steer version, which is going to come with exactly what you're going to see right here. You're going to get all of the setup, so everything that the Pro includes. Or if you guys have been recently seeing those short wheelbase, those Killr bugs, those Spectr bugs we've been calling them lately, like, Bug Killer, tactical stand, dude, everybody who has one, they look insane. They've been performing crazy. But now you can get a bug-specific version. If you don't want to get the 4-wheel steer package, you can get the bug variant, which is going to include a little bit different than this. Instead of you're going to get a magnet mount for the rear of a Revel 1/24 scale VW bug body. So, guys, if you like, putting those model bodies from the cars onto chassis, the bug one was the original one that fit or was designed around the original, bug chassis. But now with the XS, you can get 2 variants. And I'm curious, guys, what setup would you guys go for? And I'm pretty sure
What's the wheelbase supposed to be, Steve?
the wheelbase will accommodate anything from, I believe, 128 all the way to 146. So you can even run like a standard C10 wheelbase. Anything's sky's the limit, basically. You can go all the way from a Spectr Pro wheelbase or something with like a C10 front and a deadbolt rear, all the way as short up to that custom short wheelbase for the bug body and other short, wheelbase bodies that are available. And I think that's pretty insane. So you can definitely get a lot of adjustments for the shock mounting and everything. But yeah, coming back to you, would you just build the bug body, or would you look at other options and go four-wheel
I'm like
steer
looking around my room at body options, but I'm trying to think if 4-wheel steering would work on anything. I'd probably have to customize something. But I think I don't own other than like a old school Yokomo fucking Mini Clo. I don't have any 4-wheel steel rigs, so maybe that's an option in the future.
Nice. That would be sick to see. I know people are building those Forerunner bodies, like on the Spectr Pro that Jack was demonstrating. That thing all cut up. But now, hey, if you wanted to run like an XS, you could maybe get away with keeping the wheelbase, or especially like the bug body. I was considering maybe like what was I considering? Oh man, like this Toyota, the RC 4-wheel drive one. Let me grab one real quick.
Yeah.
I actually had it right here, Mark. Check this out.
You know, even though it's
That's
a little
more my
narrow, but
style. You know that. That would definitely
yeah,
not be four-wheel steering.
no.
I got
But
like four of those
SS,
bodies running around too.
look at it. Just
Yeah.
shorten it to the short wheelbase, and it's perfect.
That might be the money,
And then put
especially
the
with all the
boom.
nice offset rims nowadays.
Keep
Tucks them
these
in.
guys, or run like some Boom Racing small wheels with the RC four-wheel drive, like 0.7 wheels or tires, and then you get like something so cool. Just the tiniest
Yo,
little thing.
these are legit. These booms, hustlers, and they
Those are
pretty
so
good
sick,
stuff.
bro.
Oh, yeah. I still think the booms are a little underrated for popularity wise. Like people don't seem to be aware of them. It's a good tire. I
Wicked
know that
crawlers.
everybody's like, oh, they don't fit on the rim. They're so easy to stretch though. Not a worry.
Yeah. Yeah, but you have yours on a non-beadlock ring wheel too, so that's pretty nice. It's easier to mount.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. You're trying to keep it kind of scale at that size of tire, right? You don't need a
Yeah,
giant feedback ring.
definitely. That's
But you get
exactly. I agree with
more
you.
sidewalk too. Makes the
Right?
tire perform better. Yeah,
The
I think
X,
that's like $17 or Amazon rims on that thing too. Now I'm thinking about it. DJ
dude.
Crawler maybe back in the day.
Right? Speaking of DJ Crawler, we'll get back to him real quick, but somebody was wondering, Wicked Crawlers, will the XS work with the deadbolt front end? I think probably not, just because they are based on like a C10-ish front. But, you know, actually, let me see. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe we would have to ask Jack, but I think you could get away with a little bit longer than a deadbolt in the front. Still got to be a little bit longer. I don't know. But unless you want to run the deadbolt and then run the axles super wide, you could probably get away with that too. But yeah,
It's
shout out Killr
speed.
Chassis.
I got a good segue into another product we spied.
Let's do it.
The XS scale chassis with the hard park cantilever setup to keep the bed on that
Oh,
RC4 drive. Maybe?
dude, perfect. Because I'm over here. That's
Like you'd
perfect.
have to cut the top of the rail, I guess, or the shock tower, I mean,
Right?
or
So,
have
guys,
maybe we can get them to make that.
anything can get possible, but I think we
Right?
got to see when that thing is going to become available. If you guys haven't, don't know what Mark's talking about, we spotted last week a few of the lucky Hard Park RC drivers on Facebook and Instagram, getting to drive what looks like a Hard Park cantilever system. And what do you guys think? Is cantilever shocks something for the 24s? Now, if you guys, I'm not a pro at defining it exactly, but we have our traditional shock towers, and what the cantilever shock system would do would they would essentially be on some sort of what I'm going to say like flex blade thing,
No,
and
but
the
see,
shocks are like,
it's not a flex blade though.
yeah, right,
The stock travels on the same plane it would going vertically or at an angle, but it lays flat and then travels on a like another push rod, if you will, that makes the suspension travel down and uses the shock spring the same tension that it would a normal shock. That's not very technical description, but the best I got off the top of my fucking head. You know what I mean?
yeah, that is sounds pretty sick.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not a flex blade. It doesn't make more travel than the shock actually allows.
right,
Well, flex blades are, in my opinion, not a very effective approach to a suspension system. It's just a way to make your shit look fucking cool on a picture.
yeah. And I think Hard Park, what we're trying to say, guys, is looks like they, you know, they always pay attention to detail in their products. and the cantilever system is something very sweet. Looks dialed in, looks scale, and from some videos that I've seen, from like on Facebook and on Instagram, dude, they look like they working good. And some benefits that Mark was saying can really eliminate this whole shock tower, guys, and for the super scale looks.
Instead of having your shock towers coming through the bed, cutting that, and everybody worried about it, keep your bed, keep your scale, you still get the same performance.
Right. Super sick. I'm interested, man. I can't wait to see when those will become available. Let me know if you guys are interested in those.
Is Bardo on here?
I don't know. I was
Somebody
looking for him.
earlier. Yes, cantilevers are very technical to explain. Like, I'm no engineer. I just understand how they work. You know, seen they use them in fucking race cars, off-road trucks, pre-runners run them to keep the bed. You know?
Yeah.
It's not an uncommon thing.
Let's see. Speaking of that RC four-wheel drive body, Mark, RC four-wheel drive, they got some new that I don't know if a lot of people have been paying attention or catching, but they've been updating slowly their wheel line and having some new TF24 products. But if you guys love those OG wheels that they offer, you know that you can't put like proper brass weights and stuff like that. Well, now they're converting their wheels to a V2 version, so that way, they're compatible. You can add your favorite inner rings, and clearances is not an issue for portals and stuff, I think. So right now, guys, RC four-wheel drive has the black Rhinos. If you guys love that look of those black Rhinos, now they got them in the V2 version. And Mark, they got a new competition beadlock. Did you see that one?
No, you know what? It's nice to hear RC four-wheel drive back in the game. In a way, I mean, it's still kind of a little overpriced, to be honest. But they make cool shit, and it's always about scale more than performance. So it's good to hear performance as well as scale. You know?
Yeah, not gonna lie, guys, they're a little on the pricey side, especially since back in the day. But guys, if you were a geek for scale and still are, the scale realism on the tires and wheels are next level.
It's licensed products. It's what you get what you pay for there.
Here's a tiny little RC four-wheel drive wheel right here, guys. On some sick RC four-wheel drives,
Here's an old school setup. This thing probably weighs as much as a plastic rim, but it's the old 8 holes. I mean, I painted them, so yeah. Machine. I mean, this is light as a plastic rim. There's no weight to the. I always used to wrap them with solder.
Dude, right? A good trick. But one more thing on RC four-wheel drive, guys. If you still have one of these laying around and they're getting a little dusty, or you haven't driven it in a bit, maybe because, either you didn't upgrade the electronics yet, it wasn't as smooth, or, just didn't like it. Well, now, guys, they are offering a free upgrade if you had recently, or if you still have your receipt.
Dude, I couldn't find a receipt in any email. And I know I bought like 3 of them RPP.
I'm gonna dig. But guys, see this tiny, tiny little motor right here? These are what we call N30s, Mark. I think this is the N50.
Yeah, it's an N30 can.
Okay, so
they have like double reduction gears.
Double reduction, guys, meaning that this little black area is an entire whole gearbox
and then
reduction.
Gearbox on the motor too.
super low profile, guys. That's a big bonus. Super compact, nice for scale interiors. That's what these bodies have. You can fit whole scale interiors and stuff in there. But what's cool, guys, is now they're gonna offer you a new transmission, basically, or a new motor, I believe it's called. And I don't know exactly what it's called,
It is
but
a whole new transmission and motor.
it's gonna
What
be
they
with
called it, I don't remember.
this size of a motor, guys, a 130. So, damn, it's gonna add more weight down low. It's gonna give you better crawlability, and the biggest, most important thing, especially on stock electronics, it's gonna give you that modulation that you've been dying to see, dying to work. Because, guys, these things are machines. These things work. There's a
Oh yeah,
few
dude, they're
quirks,
fun as hell to drive. Don't try to
right?
be competitive rock crawling with it, but it's RC four-wheel drive. It's like the scale version of their Trail Finder 2, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just a smaller scale. They're not meant to be hardcore rock crawlers. They're just meant to be fun and smiles per miles.
yeah. So if you guys have one of those laying around, check them out. Dig up
I
your
think
receipt, and
we need to revisit the 3-link front with a panhard, because I always
yeah,
struggle with steering. No matter what I did, it won't steer good.
I think now that we see the transmission coming out from them, it means like obviously they haven't been sleeping on it. So I'm hoping to see in the future some
An
more,
upgraded version, yeah.
yeah, maybe a front axle, better front axle, like design.
Just make it
The
a
panhard
little more,
setup.
make it more drivable. The scale is always on point with RC four-wheel drive, but sometimes the performance just leaves you guessing. Especially that remote control that came with this thing. It's
Yeah,
from 1992. What the fuck was that thing?
dude.
It was so big. Like, how are you supposed to drive with that? And you're supposed to put that in your truck in your backpack. The remote control was 3 times the size of the truck.
Dude.
Just little shit they don't pay attention to that they should, and you should listen.
Right. So hopefully you guys, they are cool guys, and I think they're trying to revive it, keep it alive. So
Get mine back on the road.
I think we need to show them some support if you have one, and maybe if you don't have the receipt, just buy one. Just pick up a new transmission and try it out. But guys, you see how scale these things are? Look at that.
It's on point, dude. This is my favorite Toyota.
Dude,
Scale wise, it's just gorgeous.
Shout out RC 4-wheel drive, guys. Big shout out. Speaking of,
Listening is too expensive, paying attention.
Right.
Wow, Gino, that's hilarious. Do they have everything on the trucks? The door handles, the lights, the mirrors, interior, shifters, steering wheel. It's I always say RC4 drive, you pay for the scale.
Mm-hmm.
You don't pay for the performance. And just always know what you're going in when you buy something. What was the other thing from them? Or no, we got the rims and the rims. Yeah, we're good.
We're good on that. Do you got anything you want to start another topic? We got one right in front of us too.
We got Vic on us or what?
Yeah, Vic's about to hop on.
7:30. Yeah, let's get Vic on and chat for a minute, and then you know what? Fuck that. Let me see your TREAL wheels, tires.
Oh, okay, yeah. This will be a good one, guys. And then we'll get on VTEC. Guys, TREAL tires, guys. If you look at this, guys. You see that, Mark?
Yeah. No, the more I see them, I'm impressed.
All right, let's take a look, guys. These are the new TREAL 1.0 tires for the SCX24. Here we got the size and everything. They say they're called the trail burners. And the size, guys, right here, it's 62 millimeters by 22 millimeters wide. Here's the tread pattern. So they're kind of like, they say they're what, MT, mud terrain right there.
I mean, that's really aggressive.
Yeah.
I know another person we talked to said they look like all terrains, but I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with that. That's an aggressive tread.
They're definitely meaty. They're sturdy. The foam is really nice. Let's take a squish test, guys. You guys like these, right?
So 62s are like the new standard, huh?
So looks like pretty sturdy on the lugs, but guys, the compound is sticky. You guys can see when we turn it inside out, there's a little bit of the ribbing on the sidewall. That's what's giving it that sturdiness. So you can definitely get away, guys, with venting the tires, of course. And you already know Mr. Flub is on it, guys. So right here, we were thinking, okay, the V33s, they fit perfectly, right? Fit perfectly in there. However, with that ribbed sidewall right there, we were wanting to just eliminate this dual stage and get that nice soft single stage in there. So guys, if you picked a setup of these, the V29s are the one to get. So go on and grab the V29s, guys, and you will get some nice, amazing.
You were showing V33s, which are dual stage.
Correct. These are the V33s as shown, but if you
want to
have a super heavy rig, maybe the V33s in the back and the V29s up front. But right here,
if that's where all your weight is, yeah.
I got the pit bull right here, guys.
The rear sidewall, Steve, I got to agree with front and rear. Vented.
Did I make you proud?
Yeah.
The 62s, guys, against, I think the Scramblers are 62s also, they say. But there you guys go against the tried and true Scramblers. So I'm going to put these tires to the test since you guys can see my Scramblers are done.
Yeah.
Done, so. But
that's funny.
Yeah, guys, TREAL tires, guys. Let me know if you guys are going to pick up a set. And with that being said, pardon?
Do you remember the pricing?
I think they are $30 for all four, if I'm not mistaken.
30? It's not bad.
Shout it out, guys, if you happen to know the real price. But let's go ahead and talk smooth control, guys. Now, you guys probably have seen VTEC, the word VTEC going around. Well, guys, now's the day we get to learn a little bit. All I can say is that beyond smooth for me. This was my first little VTEC right here. And these are like silent ESCs, guys. And specifically tuned. Yeah.
So you don't hear it at all.
We will get some more detailed talk right now. Let me go ahead and send him the. Oh, there you guys go. 1686 per pair.
I was gonna say for 4 because you said 30 for 4, right?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that was close.
Pretty close. Thank you, Travis, Northwest Scalar. Oh, yeah. And there we go.
Yeah, what's up, Big?
What's up, guys?
Man.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you all.
Oh, brother, we appreciate you. We know it's been a long time coming in the making, guys, but now We welcome VTEC to Micro Mondays, guys. And what is good, my friend?
Oh, good, brother. How you doing?
Hey, can't complain, man. We're loving it, chilling on a Monday, 7:10 today, and we got
Yes,
VTEC in the
sir.
house.
Speaking of Volkswagen bug crawlers,
This is the Bug King, the new Bug King.
right?
I
Took the
just
crown,
love the way they
guys.
look.
I know. Let's actually take a look at one of your rigs that that new Bug setup. Little quick build I heard on that new Bug. Oh, we got two
So
bugs.
this is the first bug I built. It's a cheat code. Of course, has the VTEC, and this is actually one of the first versions of VTEC.
We're the old ones, AM32, what do you call it, Emax?
Yes, the first version was an Emax, and then I realized so quick that they have they're not very consistent. They have a lot of like problems. So I moved pretty quick and started looking for different variations and different things that I can do that can work with what we're looking for. And I'm always R&Ding. I'm always looking for something better, you know, because even if this is good, I'm sure there's something better.
Right? That's the way to do it, man. Keep it pushing.
You know it. I do my best. Appreciate it.
Definitely.
This is sick.
So you got a bully on that one, and then what about that other Bug?
No, this one was a cheat code. This one is a bully. This one has this is a brushed setup that I'm testing.
Yeah.
I
Curious to see
ordered
that.
the Holmes Hobby. This one just came in the mail like literally an hour ago before the show, and I just installed it and I tested it. It's okay motor, but it's not that smooth. It doesn't have the torque.
Yeah, the enjoy
With the
one.
ESC, this ESC has a lot of torque, so I feel like it doesn't go the way I want it to do, you know what I mean? But this
Oh,
is
no, it wasn't the enjoyer. It was
this is the
the little
brush
guy.
setup right here. Yeah, this is the little guy
Yeah.
racing.
I heard they're similar, though, to the enjoyer ones. I don't know if that's
Yes,
true or not, but
they are
as far
very,
as
very
performance-wise,
close. I feel like they are a little bit maybe smoother when I tested the homie's truck, but also I can't compare because it's a different truck, different gears, different setup, you
right?
know? Um,
Yeah, everything counts, especially.
100%. 100%. So this is the brush setup that we are going to be offering very, very soon. They are, I have few homies that are testing them. I'm just trying to make sure that everything goes smooth before I offer it to everybody else.
Yeah, well, I'll gladly offer my services.
I got you.
Yeah,
You're my brush
I
guy.
literally just plugged mine up like 2 days ago, so I just gotta get this out there.
Oh, hell yeah. Looking awesome. This thing fits everywhere. So
Oh
easy to
yeah, look at
make it fit.
how slim it is, guys.
Like, look on the bully here. On this bully, I made it fit with the receiver in one place. So the receiver and the ESC are right here. Battery goes right here, and boom, done. So
Yeah.
it's very, very easy to make it fit anywhere. Battery goes right here, plugs right there. Makes it very easy, clean setup, especially if you want to put an interior, you have a full bed, you don't want to put that plate in the back right here, you can make it fit right there with the receiver. Just a big heat shrink and just heat shrink them together.
Not sick.
But ask me question, guys. Like
Yeah, of
if you
course.
have any questions, let me
We're
know.
checking out the chat right now. A lot of people are already saying that they're down to get it. They need one since yesterday, and they they want to place an order. So that's definitely cool. We got a couple questions right here. Let's see.
I am from
I mean,
Egypt.
we'll definitely get the price right now, but what I want to ask you first
Yes, sir.
is, um, so which motors you think work best for these ESCs? Because I know, there's a lot of motors out there, guys, and I think these ESCs they work best with certain motors, right?
Yes, so with the 124 so far, with most of the motors I've tried with, like the Nano BAM or the Nano Beast, the Mini Komodo, the Micro Komodo, um, all these four motors so far that we have been testing with, they have been running so good, so smooth, so easy. Um, the Mini Komodo is like a very good, very smooth motor if you are looking for that mid wheel speed. If you're looking for a lot of wheel speed and still you want that slow control, I recommend the Micro Komodo. Um, this is just me myself according to my testing, but there's a lot of other people out there that have tried it with different motors that if they recommend the different motors that they tried with, please leave it on the chat. I would appreciate that.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
the
good.
ROP also, he said it's great with the VTEC.
What's the ROP?
Uh,
That's the purple
Mofo.
mofo
Oh,
pancake one.
return. Right, return of,
Re-
right?
Return or revenge, I think.
Or revenge. Okay, yeah,
And
that's right.
that's good to hear, guys, because I think we want to hear the feedback if you recently grabbed a VTEC, because we want to hear which motors you got and which one works best. So what pretty much Vic covered is pretty much the top four are like the right here, the Fury Tech Mini
Dude,
Komodo, which we all have, and then
fucking my
especially
favorite
the
brushless motor, bro. That thing is
dude.
so sick. I love that thing.
And then you like the Micro Komodo too with some underdrive, right?
Dude, yeah, I
I
put that in this thing. It actually, yeah, I was surprised, man.
Nice.
Nice.
And then Mofo Nano BAM, and then the Mofo Nano Beast V2. Those two are pretty much the top
I still
four.
don't have a Nano Bam or Beast. Or
No,
sorry, no, sorry, Nano Bam or our Bam.
yeah, those are the top four guys that you're gonna get the best running setup.
this is the
But I know a lot of
Micro Komodo
guys got
also.
the Fury Techs, and we all started off with like the Fury Tech, lizards, and we had the Tegus. They were big, they were bulky, the programming. It just seems like we could never like always dial it in, like no matter how hard we tried to program it and stuff. And for me, at least, guys, for the Fury Tech, like I had a little bit of issues back in the day when we had that
Cuts off.
transition issue with just cogging from super
Yeah.
FOC mode to normal mode. And all I can say from my experience on testing out a couple of these VTECs is that this is like almost driving a 110 rig. And Vic, I gotta ask you, like, why do you think makes these ESCs you know better than say like a Fury Tech?
So I customize the ESCs mostly for the motors that the customer asked for. So I ask for the customer setup and I try to customize it for his setup. So it's more for personal use. When the FuryTech, it's like an over general thing that like you have to customize yourself. Most of the people doesn't know how to, doesn't like to tinker for this stuff. They just want to plug and play. Also, the FuryTech, you cannot really go 8.4 volts. The BEC cannot handle it, so you have to put an external BEC. With my ESC, it already has a BEC that is at already 8.4 volt, or you can ask, like me, make sure to ask me if you want it at less than say at 8.4. I can adjust that, but automatically I do put it at 8.4 because
Oh
most of the
yeah.
people use the NSD.
Nice.
Dude, I don't know why
Hell yeah, race.
anybody would run their. I mean, unless they don't pay for a good servo, why run it less than 8.4?
Yeah.
Fucking game changer, man.
Yeah,
And like Vic,
definitely.
you were mentioning that like the program it's probably less controls, right? Less options of, fine tunability, but pretty much they get the job done with those settings that
Yeah,
they
there isn't
offer.
much to tune when you're in my ESC because it's already like smooth. It's just all what I had to do is just adjust it for the motor that the person is going to be using it for. So let's say it's a mini Komodo. I have to make the ESC understand that the mini Komodo is a 2000 kV motor. So the ESC will perform better when it doesn't clog, when she knows that it's a 2000 kV motor. Let's say I'm using a micro Komodo, which is like 34,000 kV motor, and it's a 12 pole. It's not a 14 pole, which makes a big difference. And like you get a little bit clogging if you are driving on a 14 pole and you're supposed to be on a 12 poles. So that makes a little bit of a differences, and that's why I ask most of the customers, not most, everybody, I ask them, hey, what setup are you be running, just to make sure that I'll be sending them the right thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And normally, like, that's pretty cool because, in my opinion, like, once we build up a nice build, we actually invest our money to specific parts and everything. Once it's set up and dialed in, like, might as well just leave it at that, in my opinion. Just let it be. And so if it's dialed in for the motor, that's pretty cool. But if somebody was like to want to upgrade to like a new motor that comes out later on, like, it's definitely pretty easy to program. And we had a question in the chat for VTEC.
Yes,
So
sir.
can you tune it or swap motor rotation, or does that need to be done with just wiring?
You can definitely do swap motor rotation in too many different ways. You can do it with the motor, with the swapping the wires, the outside wires. And you can do it by connecting it to the computer and reverse the motor rotation from the computer. So I offer also a programmer. Give me a second. I will show you right now.
That's awesome.
And this programmer will give you the ability to connect it to the computer and adjust it yourself. And of course, I'm there. You can always ask me questions on the chat or on the DMs. I got you covered on how to do things. The only thing I don't know how to do is to unzip files on Windows computer. So, but other than that, once you go out after that step, I got you on all the settings. It's easy. You just have to connect this to the wires over there. So this is how easy the ESC is to take it off your truck. You can just do this, and now
Oh, that was
you
quick.
have your ESC. It's only this wire right here. This is your plug to the power. This is your plug to the motor, and that's it.
I love how it's just one aux plug or whatever you want to call those,
Yes, sir.
black plugs.
And here it
Oops.
tells you,
That's actually known as a Futaba plug,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, right? The Taba.
Futaba. Here it tells you ground and signal. That's all what you need. So you don't want to connect this straight right here. So I usually have, when people buy the programmer, I send a wire with it. So this wire will go right here. This is just a plug, goes right here, and it doesn't have the red wire, and this goes straight to the ESC right there. So I'll show you right now.
Oh
Hopefully I am in
shit.
the camera.
We got a
So
chat. Oh yeah.
so right there. So now because you don't have the red wire right here, so you're just basically this is not reading anything to go to the computer. So that's all what you need. Just go to the computer, boom, done.
Nice. So, guys, super easy to program. He's got the programmers available as well. Let's see. We got another question. No, well, that is cool, Chance. Definitely, he tunes it. You tunes it to the motor, so it's motor specific, or as best as you need it to be. You got a truck. Maybe you can turn on for the guys, and we could see some VTEC control.
Definitely.
Cool.
Okay.
And if you don't mind, do you have any pricing on the ESCs?
Yes, the 124 goes for $90 plus $5 shipping anywhere in the US. The 118 goes for 100 plus $5 shipping anywhere in the US. The 110, the same thing as the 118, $100 plus $5 shipping in the US.
Awesome. Very reasonable considering you guys are getting insane low-end control. You get, still being able to program it, and super compact. As you can see, it's already running, guys. So it is a silent ESC for your outrunners. And
You get a lot. You get a lot for your money.
get a lot for your
Right.
money. That's
I mean, you
basically
get
nailed it.
a 3.4 VC built in, one plug. It doesn't take up an extra channel to have a VC. You program it to what you want for the motor. I mean, that's a lot. You get a lot for the money in that ESC.
Right. I think a good question, Rusty Duck, if you're still in here, what motors for brushed do you recommend?
The
And I
Holmes.
think we were kind of talking about that, and you just recommend the Holmes Hobbies ones for best performance, right?
Yes, so I tried today the low guy racing parts. It's not bad, but the torque is lagging, and the low end is not bad. But when you have the low end and you don't have the torque, you feel like you don't really have the low end, because once you hit something and you don't have that torque to get you over it, and you have to press a little bit more throttle, at that point you feel like, okay, it's not that smooth anymore.
Yeah, that's the same thing I experienced with the Enduro motor. That's why I figured they were kind of similar.
They
Nice.
are very close. When I tested them, yes, they are very close. I have the Holmes Hobby, which I already tested on Steve's truck, and that thing was the smoothest thing I've tried. That's why I
Dude,
ordered one for my
those
truck
home
to
motors
try
are
it.
no joke, dude. They've been working on those since the pandemic.
Well, Holmes Hobby, even the 110 and the 118, this is the most motors I recommend to any truck right now with my
Yeah.
ESC. They have a lot of people doesn't understand that drag brake comes from the motor, from the magnets of the
Yeah.
motor. So with
Not
the
necessarily the
124,
turns, right?
yes. So for the 124, we don't feel it much because we already have the worn gears. So
Mhm.
which even if I turn off the drag brake, you're still gonna have drag brake. But once you go on a bigger scale like the 118 and the 110, you definitely need the drag brake. So if you don't have a good motor that has good magnets, you're gonna think the ESC is not giving you the drag brake. The drag brake on the ESC is just to turn on and adjust how much drag brake you want. But the power of the drag brake comes from the motor and the magnets of the motor. There's a lot of videos about it on YouTube. Actually, Holmes Hobby himself made a video about it. It's very useful to watch. We learn a
Yeah,
lot
he's super
from
smart,
each
dude.
other.
Yeah, Holmes for the 050 size motors, guys, they definitely improved the magnets and they basically make the best 050. Their magnets are way nice, way strong, and these small ones. And for the 050 size, we recommend the Holmes. Definitely, I'm pretty sure like a PN90 or a Jacob 130 would definitely handle amazing too. But we haven't yet to see a VTEC with the 130 motor, guys. So if you guys are up to that challenge, shoot.
Yo, Vic, send me
Yes,
an
sir.
invoice. I'm gonna check it out. I got a 130 motor ready to go.
I will build you one.
And guys, these are, I believe, how can we order one of these, Vic?
Yeah, do you have like Etsy or
Or DM to
No,
order?
or is it
it's
just DM?
just through the
Yeah.
DMs. Yes, just through the DMs.
There we go. So guys, you're getting a handmade, custom programmed ESC that's built quality, by the man himself. And these things work, guys.
What you
Proof
call
is in the pudding. You get all the low end range. There's no jumping. There's no interruption between FOC and normal driving. Let's see. I think I got one more question.
And you have the wheel speed, like amazing wheel speed.
Yeah. Oh, so these are DM to order, and I believe once you just get your order processed, then it's gonna be about um a week or two to process, or what would you
So
say?
usually I put them on the pre-order list, and we go from there. Depends on when they order, how big the pre-order list is. Right now I'm trying to catch up with a lot of orders, so I have not been trying to take any orders, but I I'm trying to take like at least right now, maybe this week I'll take one order every day, and work on that and catch up. But I have another big order of ESCs coming, so I'll be able to take more orders, more comfortable in maybe a week.
You guys
Nice.
go.
Oh yeah.
So just keep in contact with VTEC ESC, guys, so you don't miss your chance to grab the next drop that's going to become available. Even if you guys maybe don't mind waiting for a super pre-order, maybe he's accepting those pre-orders already, guys. You never know. So definitely well worth the wait, though, guys. Your micros will be dialed into the next level, especially with all these crazy chassis coming out. Just even more control, more smoothness. Now,
So
curious to,
compact too, Steve. Don't forget that part. I mean, they're so compact.
this is like the
Even with the
next level.
it's. I think we could even
I
turn
got a
up the
good
motor
example.
use and the battery use to make it even more compact.
Yeah, this was my favorite, and it's still a very, very good ESC, guys. This is the Holmes Hobbies
Yeah.
BR Mini brushed ESC, and we can see a comparison to the VTEC brushed setup. And guys, it's very much more compact and lighter overall. So super sick. Definitely is revolutionary, guys. Is what we've been looking for.
Vic, I have one more question before.
Yes, sir.
How many amps are your ESCs?
35.
Okay. I wanted to compare, so I got the dinky. What was it 25? I think it is.
I think it's 20.
It's just
Or
20.
Yeah, 20. Okay. Just to compare.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get back to you on that one.
This is the brush setup, right?
No, that was a brush. So I'm doing apples to apples. So because
Okay.
I like love the mini Komodo. So it's
Yes.
programmed that. So I want to see how
Okay.
that performs versus your setup.
Okay. Yo, Mark, remind me when I'm sending you the brush to send you also a programmer so you can mess around with stuff, and because I
Okay.
know you like to think of.
Dude, you know I'm a tinkerer, man. I'm a tuner
Oh, I
for
know.
sure.
I'll send you one of these so you can
Yeah,
think it.
yeah, man. We'll chat for sure. You know I'm
Yeah,
down to help.
and now, guys, whoever make orders, all the next orders are coming with the sticker sheets. We finally have a sticker sheet.
Hell yeah. Sticker
Just
gang.
send them. Just start sending VTEC the DMs, guys. He says one order a day, but just say, "Yo, look, I'm ready to pay. I'm ready to send funds.
So
No pressure on. Take your time. But for reals, guys, keep an eye out when he will be. You can grab an order. Just send him a DM so that way he knows that to respond. And guys, we couldn't have done it without the RC community to, bring guys on like VTEC to help, you know, evolutionize the micro scene yet again with these crazy ESCs, guys. So shout out for VTEC to coming on, guys, and definitely Sue Beast. He's gonna get flooded. If you
You
guys
guys
have any
are
last
awesome. I appreciate
questions,
all of you.
please
I
send
want to
any.
apologize. You guys need to know I am one person trying to get everything for all of you guys. It takes a little bit more time, so definitely I apologize if things takes a little bit longer than it should, but I'm definitely trying the best I can to make it a fast process for everybody. So just hang on with me, guys, and we'll make it happen.
There you
oh,
guys go.
we
This is
know,
just
Vic.
the beginning, guys. So if you guys see this is just the beginning and the performance wise, man, we're on a good start. And last thing I was gonna say, guys, I actually forgot. But
Yeah.
let's see.
CDs, well said, man.
Yeah,
Waiting for greatness is better than receiving trash.
definitely.
Yeah,
Much
man.
love, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate all the love. I appreciate you guys for having me here. I'm gonna get out and let you guys continue the show.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
dude,
probably
I think
close it off
we're
with
signing
you.
off, Vic, with you, man. It's after 8.
Yeah.
You're last man standing with us.
You guys are awesome. I cannot finish conversation with you guys. There's always something to talk about.
Dude,
Right.
it's hard to say stop, when we're talking RC shit.
I know. I mean, there's always something. Like
Yeah.
every one of us has something to share, and then we all get better because I say something, you say something, Steve say something, and then at the end they're like, okay, we all just gain new information today.
Yeah.
We all learn from each
That's
other.
what it's all about, man.
And
Much
That's
guys,
love,
what it's
guys.
all about.
like we said, we couldn't have done it without you guys. And if you are tuning in, well, we'll just close it off with you guys right now. But if you guys have been tuning in from last week's Micro Mondays, we doing a Cow RC giveaway this month. This week is a little jam packed, so we're not going to do the giveaway this week. But stay tuned for next week, guys, because another lucky couple people can go
Yeah.
home with some Cow RC goodies.
Yep.
But Vic,
The hype is real.
appreciate you guys. Mark, as
Yo,
always, my friend,
Appreciate
appreciate
it,
you
guys.
guys.
Vic,
Have a
man,
good
Guys
one.
really
tuning in
appreciate you
till the
coming on and
end.
sharing that.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you
Always
guys
insightful.
so much. Thank
Dude,
you for the
pleasure.
support from everybody.
It's our pleasure,
great
man.
day.
And with that being said, everybody in the chat, appreciate you hanging on till the end. Hope everybody has a great week and catch you on the next one. Shoot. Check out those dirty custom slaps, guys. DM them too. Peace.